Imagine you've just built your offline sensor device. It could be a microprocessor and a couple sensors and actuators. But now you need to get it connected to cloud. How do you do that? Well, Blues have the answer for you. And we're taking a look at their entire ecosystem, from your application all the way to cloud processing. Let's take a look. Brandon, great to meet you.
Yeah, great to meet you too.
What do you do at Blues?
So I am the Senior Vice President of Product and Developer Experience at Blues. Been with the company for almost 6 years. And yeah.
Awesome. You have your entire ecosystem displayed here on the
Yes,
wall.
yeah.
Let's start on the left. You can start with the host MCU
Yes.
and the sensors and actuators. So what is Blue's approach to building an edge system? And why is sort of having flexibility so important?
So our approach is that we want to enable customers to solve the hardest part of building an end-to-end device, connecting a disconnected product, which is connectivity. So a lot of our customers already have a host. They've already got sensors, actuators, everything in their product already exists. And we really want to be able to take that existing product, connect it to the cloud as easy as possible. And so we allow customers to use any host, MCU, any single board computer that can talk over I2C, serial, or USB to talk to our ecosystem, to our products.
And so moving over to the middle, we
Yeah.
have Notecard and StarNote. So
Yeah.
could you tell me what is Notecard, what is StarNote? Who are they for?
So Notecard and StarNote are the connectivity pieces of our platform, right? These are hardware modules that support Wi-Fi, cellular, LoRa, and satellite that are meant to enable customers to quickly connect their sensors and actuators, get those things online, get device flowing through the cloud, right? And so all of our products are on a consistent M.2 edge connector. So you can design a product that's got an M.2 slot in it. You can start with Wi-Fi, prototype with Wi-Fi, move to cellular, or move to LoRa at some point with the same product, same firmware. It uses the exact same JSON-based API to talk to the product from your firmware. And you can fail over to satellite in the same way as well, right? And so we're building an ecosystem that allows you to choose your radio access technology at the point of deployment. But when you're developing, you can develop in a way that allows you to make that decision later. You make that decision when you know what you're going to need. You can add in satellite later into the product, but know that you always got that base of connectivity.
So that flexibility that we discussed.
Flexibility is built in, yeah.
So the idea is you have these network connectivity modules that basically connect your offline system
Absolutely.
to the cloud.
To the cloud, yeah.
And so moving to the cloud, you sent data from your system to Notehub. What is Notehub?
So Notehub is basically our system for allowing customers to easily route data, to pump data from their devices into their ultimate cloud application. Because in the same way that we don't have a lot of opinions about what host our customers use, what MCU, what SBC, et cetera, we recognize that a lot of our customers already have a cloud. They've already got AWS, Azure, Snowflake, GCP. We want to be able to provide that last mile of connectivity that ultimately gets the data from those devices, flows through our system, and gets into their cloud destination. So that's really the first piece. The big piece is customers will route data through to their ultimate cloud endpoint, but we also provide in Notehub fleet management, device management, secure firmware updates.
Tell me more about
those
that.
pieces as well. Well, with firmware updates, for instance, this is obviously one of the trickiest parts of connectivity, right? Because you're putting a device in the field, you're embedding firmware in that device, you're gonna need to update it, right? It's a given. You can't expect that you'll never need to update the code that's on that device. And so one of the things that we provide is device, fleet, project level firmware updates that safely and securely leverage the note card in our connectivity to get back to that host, to update that host so that it can be improved, bugs can be fixed, it can be, and ultimately you can do more with it and get that data back in through the system.
And so let's talk CRA. Cyber Resilience Act.
Absolutely, yeah.
How does Notehub help me, an engineer, meet the CRA compliancy requirements?
Absolutely. It's actually a combination of Notehub and Notecard, which is one of the things we're really proud about. We have hardware-based security built into the product. So every Notecard has a ST safe. It's got a secure element built into the product itself. It has its keys baked into the point of manufacture. When the device wakes up, it knows how to handshake with Notehub. We don't do any cloud-based key exchanges. Everything is secure in the module itself. It wakes up, it gets online. We also offer transport security. So we use TLS, we use LoRaWAN baked in security, we use satellite baked in security. All of those we provide sort of out of the box so that when you're making that handshake between device and cloud, the pipe is secure, the data is secure. You also have the option to additionally secure your payload that you're sending across as well. So you can get 3 levels of security and encryption through the device all the way into Notehub and then ultimately encrypted into your application as well. And so we're big believers in building in security from the start. I think a lot of customers have been burned by this idea of, well, build the product, get the prototype,
and figure out
go through the
security
pilot,
afterwards.
and then figure out
But
security
you're
later.
there for during
want
the
to do
entire
it
development
all
cycle.
really, from the beginning to make it easy. And so we will be CRA ready. We're anticipating getting to the point with the September 21st reporting deadline. All of those pieces that need to be there for reporting, for vulnerability scanning, for getting an SBOM in place, all of that stuff will be there for our customers.
So if I'm an engineering team and I'd want to get started in your ecosystem, how do I get stuck in?
Oh, that's a great question. So it goes back to here, no carriers. So with a lot of our customers, because we're on an M.2 connector, that's really great if you're building a product, you're designing your own PCB, but you have to design that into your board. And so what we provide is a set of things called note carriers, which are prototyping boards that allow you to use the note card. It works with any of our note cards. You can evaluate it, work the project. It has connectors for I2C serial to get back into your host, your MCU, et cetera. You can prototype, get to a point of getting ready to pilot, then build your design. All of these designs are open sourced, so you can build your own PCB based on our hardware as well. But this is the place to get started.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Brandon, great to meet you.
Absolutely.
This is the entire Blues ecosystem at Embedded World 2026. If you want to find out more information, there'll be links in the description below. As always, IPXers stay disruptive.